Open project-based learning with teacher objectives. What is open project-based learning with teacher objectives? What's important to note about Open PBL with teacher objectives is that students have the freedom now to choose the type of artifact they want to create to demonstrate their understanding within the objectives established by the teacher. Now what this does, it allows students to have more freedom to choose the artifact they want to create to demonstrate their learning as long as it meets those teacher objectives. And that's key. That freedom still within that arena is important for students. Student choice allows them to rely on their strengths and create something special, personal, and differentiated to them. Special education teachers love this aspect of project-based learning because it allows them to support all of their students with many different learning profiles. Key concepts from the reading. According to the Hanover piece, student choice plays a significant role in student achievement and student satisfaction with learning. Students that were given more choice in their projects performed much better on standardized exams. Students also took pride in the work they created because they owned that work. According to the Mindshift article, students showed higher intrinsic motivation when they were given a choice in their work. Those students also performed better on unit exams when compared to students who did not have a choice. These are things that I've seen anecdotally in my classroom, and I'm sure many of you have seen. When we give students a choice, they are more likely to be engaged. Case study. There are so many great projects my students have created over the years when I've utilized Open PBL with teacher objectives. The one I'm going to show here is focusing on an assignment that I gave to students where I asked them to demonstrate their understanding of the different elements that make up American Gothic literature. Here are a series of photographs created by a student of mine. By looking at these photos, you can see that Nicole has a strong grasp of these specific elements. These elements are unknown environments, supernatural environments, macabre, madness, high emotion, and mood often indicated by weather. Nicole was a quiet student, and this project really brought Nicole out of her shell. The class responded so positively to her work, it changed her view of herself in the classroom. Nicole would later go on to take photography classes and by senior year would be one of the best student photographers in the entire school, with her work featured at the art festival that we have every spring. When compared to another class in my building, the students in my class that chose projects to demonstrate their understanding of these concepts performed much better on the end of semester exam that students were asked to write an in-class essay. This common exam showed that student projects didn't hurt students' performance on a standardized exam, it actually supported them. Another thing I saw was 100% engagement in my class when students are allowed to choose their project. And that is so powerful. When students have choice, they're more likely to engage, not in just doing the project, but in the reading, because they need to do the reading to engage in the project. So that's true whether it's in a science class, a social studies class, a math class. If students are going to create something, and they really want to create something personal to them, they have to understand the concept. So that intrinsic motivation is what drives them to learn. Key question. Why is trust an important part of student choice? There can be plenty of freedom when it comes to computer science projects. How can teacher objectives in computer science projects support learners new to a concept?